Today we are going to make salted soft caramel out of my book, Candy Making Without Corn Syrup, old-fashioned recipes made in your home kitchen using ingredients that you can trust. In this recipe, we use sugar, coconut nectar, cream, butter, vanilla, and sea salt to make delicious old-fashioned caramels. Sea salt complements sweet, rich caramel so well. There's a reason the salted caramel combination is so popular. In this recipe, we make classic caramels and then top them with coarse sea salt. 1 cup of sugar, half cup of coconut nectar, 1 cup of cream, 3 tablespoons butter divided, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, plus more for sprinkling. In the pot of your Instant Pot or in a stock pot for use on the stovetop, choose a larger pot. It will bubble up in later steps. Combine the sugar, coconut nectar, and a pinch or about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and whisk until all the sugar is wet from the coconut nectar. While you do this, you're going to want to make sure all the sugar in the coconut nectar stays right in the bottom of the pot and isn't sticking to the sides. After whisking, remove the whisk and clip on a candy thermometer so the bulb is in the sugar mixture but not touching the bottom of the pot. And turn the Instant Pot to saute medium. Alternatively, heat the pan on the stovetop over medium heat. Heat until just before the hard crack stage. Hard crack is at 295 at sea level. Do not stir at all during this time. If you'd like more information on candy temperatures and candy making, be sure to check out my link, Gourmet Candy Making Without Corn Syrup. As the sugar mixture heats, use a small saucepan to heat the cream and 1 tablespoon of butter over medium-low heat, stirring occasionally. Heat until it starts to boil and then turn the heat off. As soon as the sugar mixture reaches just below 295 degrees or hard crack stage, remove from heat. Place it on a trivet or a hot pan and slowly pour in the cream vanilla mixture. Be careful, there will be lots of steam and the mixture will increase in volume. Stir for a couple seconds to mix the cream into the sugar mixture and return to medium heat. Cook, again without stirring, until the caramel mixture reaches 260 degrees Fahrenheit hardball stage. Do not stir during this cooking process. As the caramel mixture cooks again, line a loaf pan or 8x8 pan with parchment paper and grease with coconut oil or spray with cooking spray. Alternatively, a silicone pan can be used without the need to line or spray. Once caramel reaches 260 degrees, the hard ball stage, add the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter without stirring and pour into a prepared pan. Do not scrape the edge of the pan, only pour off what comes out on its own. Place the pan with the caramel on a cooling rack and allow it to cool until it comes to room temperature. Cover and transfer to the fridge. After the caramel is set, 4 to 8 hours later, sprinkle with the remaining sea salt flakes and pop out of the mold by lifting the parchment paper or inverting the silicone pan. Use a knife that you have run under hot water to heat up and cut into 1-inch squares. Wrap in wax paper, cellophane, or parchment paper squares individually to keep the caramel from sticking together. Caramel can also be served in small parchment paper mini muffin cups. Store wrapped caramels in an airtight container in the fridge for up to 6 weeks or freeze for up to 6 months. Thanks for joining me. You can see how easy and fun this is to make, and not to mention delicious. Please check out my book, Candy Making Without Corn Syrup, where I share with you a bunch of different classic recipes that don't have the marshmallow fluff, don't have the corn syrup, don't have the evaporated milk, don't have those frankenfoods. They're just old-fashioned recipes made with the good foods that you can trust and found right on your grocery store shelves and you feel comfortable bringing in to your kitchen. Remember, candy is sometimes food, but if you're going to celebrate with the good stuff. Don't go with the cheap knockoff versions.